friends, this is Jenna and I am back with another workout. In this case, this week I am showing you the power of recovery and stretching, being able to feel really good for those challenging workouts ahead or more high impact movement. Recovery is so important in any wellness routine, so I want you to join me today to stretch out those muscles, feel really good, take time to breathe and listen to your body. We're gonna slow things down. If this is not for you, no worries. I have a ton of other workouts for you, whether that is strength-based, bar, Pilates, or body weight, movement from home. So if this is right for you, join me today and let's get started on our backs. We're going to be doing a full body stretch today, beginning on our backs and moving into a seated position. So come to your mats when you're ready. Otherwise, you can join me on a soft surface. Taking your body all the way back, I want you to find your hands on your stomach. Start by just breathing in and feeling that belly rise, pressing into the hands. Exhaling, press that stomach down. Slowing your mind and body down at the same time. We inhale again, belly rises. Exhale and it falls. Think how you can connect with your body today. One more deep breath in. And out. Let's start by taking the knee into our chest. Take your left knee in, hugging it nice and tight. Maybe rounding that ankle out. We'll hold this for a little bit. A few more deep breaths. Option today to open or close your eyes. Find what works for you and what feels good and helps you to stay centered and calm. When you are ready, switching legs here, bringing the other one into your chest and breathing. Maybe making circles with that ankle. On a big inhale, and exhale, bring both knees into the chest, finding a nice tight ball here. Option to stay right here and just breathe, or option to shift side to side, massaging that spine. A good one here for our back to stretch everything out, but also our hips, our glutes. Stay with me here for a few more breaths. And when you're ready, plant those feet right onto the mat here. We're gonna take and bring the arms out to the side, a little bit of mobility. We're gonna shift our knees side to side here, starting to the right. Bringing everything to one side, you're gonna feel that stretch in the opposite hip. Inhale back through center, exhale other side. When you're ready, we're gonna shift side to side, just holding for a couple seconds and moving back and forth. Maybe your body is really tight today and the movements are a little bit harder than normal or don't feel super easy. That is okay and that is normal. Listen to what your body needs today and how you can make this work for you. Couple more here, and then we're going to bring our feet back to center. And this time opening up the insides of our thighs. We're going to almost plant our feet together, the bottoms of our feet, knees come out to the side, we open, pressing the bottom of the feet together, opening the hip flexors, bringing it back to center. Exhale, drop. Inhale back. Go to the range of motion that feels best for you, where you can feel that little stretch, but where it's not too much. On the next one here, I want you to just let body weight bring everything down and breathe. Notice that breath. See how you can connect back to the body. And bring the legs back to center. Lengthen everything out. This time bringing arms up overhead, acting as if I'm pulling your arms, someone else is pulling your legs and lengthening. Feel that stretch from the midsection. When you're ready, I want you to bring your left knee back into your chest. This time we're gonna rotate, push that knee over the bottom leg, finding a nice stretch in the top glute. You can turn and tilt your head the opposite way and breathe. Now my goal for you today is not to rotate fully, but to try to keep the bottom leg planted and just rotate that top leg. And breathe. Finding a stillness in the body that we don't often get during the week. At least I know I don't. And shift back through center, bringing it into the other side. Pushing that knee over to where it feels comfortable for you, tilting the head the opposite way. A nice gentle push on that top knee. Few more deep breaths here, maybe sinking a little bit more. Big deep breath in. Exhale back to center, let everything fall down. Take a second here and just shake those legs out. We've really done a lot on the hips so far. We're gonna go into a few more movements down on the ground, and then we'll bring it back to a seated position. So here with me, I want you to focus on opening everything up. Hamstrings, glutes, hips. We're gonna take and bring our feet into happy baby. Hands come to the outside of our feet. Now option here for you today to just sink here. Option to open up a little bit more. Option to have straight legs. Find what works for you. Maybe today you're going from open to close. Stretching everything out and noticing and breathing. Maybe you're adding a little rock side to side if it feels good. Stay right here with me. About 10 more seconds here. We're gonna come straight from this position into our hands wrapped around either our thighs, knees, or calves, to pull back the legs into the chest and stretch out those hamstrings. Now I want us to play around with stretching out the front of our shin here. So you can go from pointing the toes to flex, point and flex. If you're like, Jenna, my body is not doing that, that's okay. Just let the legs hang out. Maybe they're in more of a bend position, but find what works for you. We want to go through and stretch out all our lower body muscles so that we can feel really good in our movement and daily life. That is what it is all about. Give me one deep inhale. On that exhale, sink a little bit lower. And breathe. When you are ready, I want you to bring everything back down. We have one final move here on our back today. We're going to be trying to really hit the hamstring and the glute again. So I'm going to have you bring one leg up, top legs come over. We're going to come into that figure four. Now option here to stay right here with me and just actively press your knee away. Option here to lift. An option to pull through and press back. The more you have that foot up on your thigh, the more you're going to feel that stretch kind of all throughout the hamstring into the glute. We're going to stay here for a few. Listen to where your body feels best. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little bit more. Knee comes closer to chest. And slowly and gently shake everything out. Whew. And bring it into the other side here. Now, from one side to the other, it may feel different, and that is completely normal. Your body is always feeling a little different each day, depending on what we did the day before. So again, listen to your body. Maybe today it's right here, or maybe you're pulling through. Give me that deep breath in. Exhale a little bit closer. Let that body sink further and further. And when you are ready, shake everything out. Whew, that one always gets me. Oh my gosh. All right. When you are ready, we're going to bring it into a seated position. Now, even if we're doing stretching, I always recommend staying nice and hydrated. All right, moving on here, I want to focus a little bit on the upper body now. So we're going to come into a seated position. I'm going to stay to the side so you can see me, but again, move around your mat as you need to. My head's going to stay nice and tall. Hands are going to come onto my knees right here. We're going to come into cat and cow in a seated position. So nice and upright. Exhale, push the hips back. Let kind of the body hang against those knees. And then inhale back to the top and press and round that spine. Take and move through this motion as it feels good for you. And you can bring it back to center. We're going to take and stretch out our traps into our shoulder a little bit. I want you to stay in the same position. We're going to tiptoe our left hand to the side, tilt our opposite ear to the shoulder. If you'd like, you can creep those hands out a little bit more. Bringing it back to center, we're going to take our arms up overhead. Breathe in. Exhale, find hands behind the head, nice and gently, not to push, but just like a nice gentle bend down. Option to stay here with me, keeping the neck kind of lengthened, or option to bend those elbows together nice and slow. bringing it back to center. Taking it into the opposite side, we're gonna tiptoe those fingertips and then lean our ear towards that shoulder. Eyes opened or closed, whatever you are most comfortable with. I said that super weird, I was like most comfortable with. You guys know I'm used to doing these high energy workouts, so me trying to slow my words down is a little bit difficult. Good. Let's take it back to center. We're gonna open up that chest, take the feet out in front of you, keeping that body upright. Bring the hands behind. We're gonna bring our pinkies as close as we can together to the back. We're gonna lift and press that chest. Option to creep the hands out a little bit as far as you can where you're still keeping that good posture, and open everything up. Slowly bring it back. I want to take and open up the side of the back here. I'm going to turn to the front so you can see. I'm going to open my legs, or open one leg to the side. Now I'm also going to hit the hamstring, but I want to bring my hand kind of towards the outside of my leg. Take my arm and bring it over, trying to extend it towards that opposite foot. You should feel that pull in the back side and kind of the side part of your body. We're gonna come out of it, take a second here, and then we're gonna go back and breathe. Exhale, bring it back. Bring it back here, extend the other leg. We're gonna creep to the middle here and just press that body down. Again, finding what works for you. Maybe today it feels best just to drop the elbows. Otherwise, you can come down as far as you'd like. And taking it into the other side, we're gonna close or bend that leg, move it into the other side here, push the hand down towards the outside of the foot, and press everything over. And breathe. Bring it back to the top, take a second, breathe in, exhale, try to sink a little bit lower. Bringing it back to center here. I'm going to take and bring you through a couple more seated movements, and then we're going to move actually onto our stomach, and then we'll move into our final portion of relaxation and stretch. So this next movement here is a little bit more dynamic. I'm going to provide a couple options because I know everyone's bodies work a little bit differently. So I kind of call this like the baby cradle with your leg. So we're going to stay in the seated position here. You're going to bring your leg, so your knee is going to kind of rest on your elbow, hand is going to rest here, so you're almost holding that leg like it's a baby here. Now I know this looks really funny. I can even kind of rock side to side. Otherwise, you're just hanging out here. You can move forward and back. If that doesn't feel good, find that figure four again in a seated position. So I'm going to take it up, and I'm going to rock forward and back. I can stay still for a moment, or kind of move it side to side. And when you're ready, slowly let that leg down. I know that one's a little goofy, but it's a good one though. Good for those hips and glutes, which are often the things that get super tight. So this leg is a little harder for me, but I'm gonna find that same position like I'm holding a baby. I can let that leg come straight out, or I can bend it. And I can also find that figure 4 instead. Couple more breaths here. All right, awesome. Let's take it onto our front here. We're gonna come into an all fours position. I'm gonna give my leggings a little love here and pull them up. Hands stay right under shoulders, knees right under hips. We're gonna do kind of a traveling child's pose. So I'm gonna have you press those hips back. Knees can come to the corners of the mat, toes together. Press everything back. Start with your hands center. We're gonna take and creep up on our fingertips and press our head away from our hands. Feel that stretch in the lats and the back. And breathe. Take and tiptoe your hands to the left side of your mat and press down. You can drop the hands all the way down if you'd like. And take them to the right. And when you're ready, we're gonna go straight here into our thread the needle to open up the shoulder. So we've done this one before in other workouts. I want you to take that left arm and bring it to the top. Open it up, take a second here and pause. Feel that chest open up. Exhale and take it through and press down. And here we can go back to center, taking our right arm, bringing it to the top. Open up that chest here, feel that little pull. Exhale and send it through. A few more breaths. And when you're ready, let's meet back in center here. This time I want you to bring it back to your all fours position. We're gonna come into our downward dog. Turn those knees in, flip the toes under. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can find your cat and cow in this position. Otherwise, meet me here. Press the hips back. Maybe walk that dog out, alternating, heel up and heel down. You can get a little fancy in this position. You can stay here, or you can lift a leg and let that hip open up. And same thing, other side. Lift a leg and bend it over. Bring it back to our downward dog. If you were there with me, just let everything come down. Try to press the heels to the ground. Slowly let your body come onto your stomach here. You can pick which of your cheeks to lay down and press onto the mat. Let your hands come to the side. Just breathe. Take a moment to be still. Actively think about your breathing. So as you breathe in, that belly presses further into the mat. And as you exhale, it falls. Inhale, push. Exhale and fall. We have one final movement to open up our chest and open up our front side. We're going to take those hands by the chest. We've done this one in other classes. Take it here and come up into baby cobra. You can stay here if you'd like, or you can find that full extension, even bringing the head up if it feels comfortable. We're going to get a little fancy and shift everything back through, bringing it into a seated position. We'll end today with our hands right on our knees, taking a few deep breaths, shoulder rolls here, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, back to the wall and down. Take a second here and just breathe, hands right on top of knees. And breathe with me. On your next one, bring the hands up overhead. Clasp the hands together. Exhale to one side and open. Inhale back through center. Exhale other side. And you, my friends, are done with your recovery movement today. I hope it served you well. Thanks so much for following along. I'm super excited to keep bringing you very inclusive movement, ones where you can find movement that works for you and that you truly enjoy. Also, if you haven't noticed already, I am an online wellness coach. So I help people find joy in movement and food, be able to enjoy their food without any guilt, be able to find a healthy balance. Same thing with workouts, so it's sustainable and you can get results that last and that are far beyond just physical. So be sure to check out the link in my bio and I will see you next time. Bye guys. Take it up to a plank, option to drop to the knees, add in a little push up here and take it back. Inhale.